Hi, it's Brandon Splay from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the hand-supported single leg kettlebell swing. This is a great power exercise for the lower body, glutes and hamstrings, and it's a twist on the standard kettlebell swing. So I definitely make sure that your clients, your athletes, can just perform a standard kettlebell swing, because if they can't, this is probably going to be a little bit more challenging. Also want to make sure they can hinge well from a single leg position prior to implementing an exercise like this. But as long as your client athlete can do that, I think there's a lot of benefits to this exercise in terms of single leg power from the glutes and the hamstrings. So we're really going to work on that extension piece, and the exercise is going to have the kettlebell in one hand and the other leg is going to do some work. So you're going to want some kind of pole to be able to hold on to, and ideally you're going to want a kettlebell. You can make do with a dumbbell if you absolutely had to, but I think you'll find a kettlebell just works better because of the way that the bell is shaped, the handle, and everything just feels really good. So grab a moderate to light kettlebell to start off to get the hang of this. The reason I say that is since you're only doing one leg at a time in terms of work. If you normally say swing a 50-pound kettlebell, you got to remember you're doing this with one leg, so distribute that appropriately at least to start, and then you can kind of build up as you need to. We're going to hold on to the rack here, and then we want the inside leg to be the down stance leg that's actually on the ground, and then the kettlebell is going to be on the opposite side. So if I got my right hand here, right foot's on the ground, left leg is going to be the one that's moving, but my leg that's on the floor is the one that's truly getting the work, okay? So it's basically going to be my right side doing the majority of the work. This is just for support, okay? There's nothing else here. You don't need to clinch onto it. Just make sure that it's so you don't fall over or look ridiculous, okay? Hold on to the kettlebell. Then when it comes to swinging, start with the kettlebell on your knee. You're going to basically hinge back, and then you're going to violently extend through that down stance leg. And then as you do that, the kettlebell is going to kind of come up, and then you're going to throw it back, load the glutes and the hamstrings, and then start to pop, okay? So we're going to go here, throw, here, throw. So it looks like my knees kicking the weight, but really it's just moving at the same speed and the same position as the kettlebell, okay? What you don't want is you don't want it on here and trying to like knee it up like this. Let it hang free. RDL, forward, forward, forward. It's really not going to get very high, okay? It's probably going to stay below belly button height the whole time. When it comes to implementing it, I really think 3 to 4 sets of about 8 to 12 reps per side is a really good place to be. The reason I say that is if you only do it for like 5 or 6, you're really not going to get a whole lot of time and retention. You're going to get it kind of snappy, but I think this definitely lends to be in that kind of moderate rep range in terms of repeated power. So this works great for in-season athletes to be able to train single leg strength and power, as we mentioned, but I also think it's good for accessory work. It's a little bit more ballistic, which can help athletes in season maintain some of that speed and power they developed in the off season, but it's also not going to bang their joints up in terms of all the running, jumping, and sprinting that they should be doing ideally on the court or field or whatever. Now, for your personal training clients, it could just be a really good conditioning exercise. You can kind of tell I'm a little bit out of breath just from doing about 15 reps on that one side. So if you're really looking from a conditioning standpoint, something at the end of a training session for a client that's a little bit more advanced, this is a great way to kind of get that heart rate elevated, get those glutes and hamstrings screaming, and then also build on that single leg pattern. So if you got any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.